Hey guys, it's me, Sophie Natasha, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a question and answers. So a lot of my vlogs over the past couple of weeks have been active vlogs. Like I've just been here, there and everywhere. I've been doing the most. So this vlog, I just wanted to have it chill and just chatting away, answering some questions for you guys. So I've recently put on my Instagram story what questions people want to know, and I'll give them the answers in the best possible way. So currently got, I don't know if you can see my screen, 14 questions to get through. So let's just get started. Let's just get straight into it. So first question is, how long have you been a coach? So I've been a coach 3 years. That was one of the best decisions that I ever made. One of the hardest decisions, but one of the most rewarding. So yeah, that's literally plain and simple 3 years. Second one, how long have you been taking magnesium? Gosh, I've been taking magnesium a long old time actually. It started off in lockdown. Is when I started taking magnesium, and I wasn't very clued up on it, to be honest, but I just wasn't sleeping well, even though, you know, I had all the time in the world to sleep. Like, you know, I was on furlough, so I could have slept whenever I want. There was nothing tiring me out. Like, it just didn't make sense why I was so tired all the time. So I was living with my best friend Sadie at the time. She mentioned something about like magnesium and zinc and iron and things like that. She was like, in fact, she said your iron might be low, which, you know, we have now found out a few years later that my iron is low. So, you know, if I'd have stuck to the iron, we might not have been in the situation that we was in a few years, I think it was last year. So yeah, so off the back of that, we went to Holland & Barrett's and she was like, right, here's your magnesium, here's your zinc, here's your iron, whatever. So I ended up buying the lot. And magnesium's probably the one that I've been most consistent with for a little while. So yeah, I'd say around 2020 is when I started taking magnesium. Don't get me wrong, I haven't been the most consistent with it. Like, I haven't taken it every single day since 2020, but I have probably been the most consistent with that vitamin. And I do take it every now currently, so I am quite good with it at the moment. But off the back of that, the sleep since taking magnesium has been unbelievable. Like, it's very rare that I stir in the night. I don't get up for much, so I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but yeah, I sleep peacefully. But yeah, I don't really feel like I've got any stresses in my life. I'm very happy. I love my job. I love the people around me. So yeah, let's move on. Do you have any plans for future competitions? Oh, future competition, can't even speak. Future competitions / races. So as you all know, High Rocks is coming up. I've got that in 3 weeks' time. I think my girls are doing a 10k the following week, which I was tempted to do, but the more I'm thinking about it, I'm going to see how this High Rocks goes. If I'm fine, then maybe I'll enter that. If not, I will go and watch them. But to be honest, I think that's me now for a little while. I do have a half marathon in May next year, but for the time being, no, I'm not going to enter anything. I need these knees to recover and I need them to just disappear. Like, I can't keep entering myself into things while I'm not fully fit. So I want to get fully fit and then I'll enter the next challenge. But yeah, I can't keep doing it. I cannot keep doing it. This year has been the worst year for me and training with my knees. But this year is the year that I've done the most. And it just make it make sense. Make it make sense, because it does not make sense to me. But yeah, that's that. So next one is a big one. Big question. 6 months goals. What are your 6 months goals? Oof. That one's a big question. So currently working towards being online completely. So, you know, I imagine within the next 6 months, I'm going to have to make some serious decisions as to what route I'm going to take. Am I going to stay on the gym floor? Am I going to do camps only? Am I going completely online? Like, decisions are going to have to be made in the next 6 months, I think, for me. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, the online journey is very much my biggest goal at the moment, and I'm there. Like, I could come off the gym floor now if I really, really wanted to, but my problem is I don't fully want to, but I do at the same time. Like, it's hard. I think it's because I'm where I'm based. Like, I love Hale Training Club so much, and I love the people. So I think that's the only thing actually holding me there. I think if I was working in a commercial gym, I would have gone a long, long time ago. But another big goal, probably not work related, is just to travel. Like, I want to see some sights. Like, I'm getting on. I'm approaching 30, not this year, next year, but boxes have got to be ticked soon. Boxes have got to be ticked. So yeah, I think travel the world or travel and see some sights. I think that's where is a big goal for me. I know we've got a trip coming up, which will be a big bucket list tick. But yeah, 6 months, keep building the online and seeing some of the world, I'd say. Okay, this one made me laugh actually. How did you feel when Zoe Ray shouted you out? Honestly, I screamed the house down. I fully screamed the house down. Like, it just was something that I didn't expect at all. Like, I gave her my water bottle. I actually mentioned this on one of my last vlogs. So off the back of her event, I gave her my water bottle and didn't really expect much from it. I just wanted her to have it. I wanted her to remember what she's doing for the community. And, you know, she probably doesn't get enough presents from people off the back of them events. So I just thought, do you know what? It'd be nice if I could give her something for it and just show my appreciation as well. But off the back of it, she's shared it on Instagram. She shared it on her YouTube. I see it posted in her little Built for Athletes bag. It's in her content often, and honestly, it just makes me so happy that I've given her something and she actually uses it. Like, yeah. So sorry, my camera rudely cut me off due to no more SD card memory. So yeah, but how I was feeling about Zoe Ray shouting me out, just on top of the world basically. She's just such a lovely human being. Like, she's just willing to help anyone and support anyone, and yeah, I'm very lucky for her support because she didn't have to do that. So yeah. What age gap is between you and your sister? 4 years. 4 not so large years anymore because we are super close now. But physically wise, I'm noticing it because she is getting far too fit and strong for my liking. And I feel like she's entering her prime and I'm coming out of mine. And yeah, it's just really winding me up. But yeah, 4 years between us. So grateful I had a sister and not a brother because, oh, speak of the devil, and she shall text. What is she saying? Oh, I've left my coffee cup at work. Do you want me to bring it home? Yes, I do. Perfect. So, next one. So yeah, 4 years between me and the sis. Why did you sign up to a High Rocks? Because speaking of my sister, she thought it was a wise idea to enter us both into one. And I think I've said this before on my YouTube. I don't think she realised how hard it was going to be. I did try to tell her, but we went with it anyway. So yeah, it was all down to her. I think a lot of people around us was entering them, especially at work. So I think we just thought, you know, we kind of have to live up to the bar that everyone's kind of set at work. So yeah, that was another reason. Next Question: what are your house renovation plans? Honestly, I have no idea with this because we are so back and forth with what we actually want to do to the place. Like, as you can see, this is mine and Aiden's bedroom. My position is here, Sophie, and his position is here, Aiden. And this is grey, like that old fashionable style that was maybe 3 years ago. And then now it's turned to like beige and blacks and creams. And so before I know it, the fashion's going to change. I will have changed the whole house to beige and it will change to different colours. So I just feel like whatever I do, I'm just not going to like it anyway. Like, this bedroom needs doing again already. And I love this bedroom at first, but I'm just at my wit's end with it because we need to do certain jobs before we can move forward. But without doing them certain jobs, you know, we're not going to get anywhere. So I think I did just take it upon myself, start painting the house one day, and I think Aiden was trying to contact me on the phone and I just wasn't answering. Wasn't being ignorant, I just didn't know he was ringing me, and it was like it wasn't coming through on my watch. And then he come home one day and I'm just there on the stairs like painting. He was like, so that's why you wasn't answering. And I was like, oh, you've been trying to contact me. But yeah, sometimes I just have really big spells of like wanting to just get it done. So that was a big spell. And don't get me wrong, I do like what I've done, but the next step is getting the flooring done downstairs. So I still currently have my nana's carpet downstairs. That is just because I'm being really fussy. I think we both are with what we want on the floor downstairs. So, but that is the next step. We also need to paint one of the beams on the ceiling. That needs to go back to brown. And like the archway and the stuff, that needs to change before we put the flooring down. So it's just small jobs like that that need doing first, but we're just too lazy to do it. Like, we could do it on the weekend like quite easily, but I think we're both a little bit nervous that we're gonna cock it up, and I think that's why we've prolonged it a little bit. But so yeah, next plan is get the flooring done. Once the flooring's done, like, then the flooring's going to make such a big difference, because once the flooring is done, then we can actually furnish it how we want to. So we're holding ourselves back for nothing. But yeah, I'd say they're definitely the first thing that we need to sort out. We're just too laid back, me and Aiden. It is just life. We just don't really stress about anything at all. Next question. Have you got any holidays booked? Would you ever move abroad? Oh, no current holidays booked, but we are talking about going to Thailand in January for a good few weeks because we just want to travel a little bit. So we're speaking about that for January. We've got Dublin in 3 weeks, obviously, for High Rocks, so we're making the weekend of that. But yeah, I think me and Aiden have spoke a lot about staying in this country, and honestly, I don't think we will. I think we both have aspiration to be somewhere else and just live life somewhere else. We've spoke about Australia a lot, but we are both family people as well, so it's one of them. It's a tricky situation. Maybe we'll go and do it while we're a little bit younger and we're not, planning families or babies anytime soon. Potentially then, but time be ticking, time actually be ticking. I would absolutely love to go and live abroad. I would do it tomorrow if I could take my mum with me and my sister with me, and obviously Aiden's family, but it's not simple as that. It's not as simple as that. So yeah, in terms of holidays, Thailand coming up, Dublin coming up, and whatever we fancy during next year. I would actually like to go and see Australia and just get a vibe for it first, and because I keep banging on about going and then I might not even like it. Like, I might not see myself there when I go on a holiday there. But yeah, you just never know. We will see. Any tips for staying on track at the weekend? Tips. Go out with friends that are not bad influences. No, I'm joking. For me, I'm very much a lifestyle balance type coach, so I often will just have what I want, but I just won't go crazy. So like if I know I'm going out, I will eat pretty well morning and afternoon, depending on what time I am going out, and then I will leave the evening meal as kind of whatever I want. But equally, if you are sort of a bit more strict with yourself and you need to calorie count and want to stay on track, then always look at the menu before you go and look at the calorie values before you go, so you know exactly what will fit into your calories for that day. In terms of like drink and alcohol, obviously there's types of drinks that are a lot better for you than, not better for you, because obviously, you know, alcohol probably isn't very good for you at all, but there are alcoholic drinks that are lower in calorie, and it's just about making the right decisions. And I'm very aware that, you know, you could mix gin with tonic or soda and things like that, and that would be a much better alternative, but I'm very aware that people don't like that as well, so why would you drink it at all? So I always look for like zero sugar options. So if you're gonna have, you know, like a vodka and Coke, mix it with Coke Zero, because there's nowhere near as many calories as there is in a full fat Coke. So it's just things like that that you need to be kind of looking out for. And also, if you want to hit protein goals, then you want to look for the meaty options. But again, just try not to be too strict with yourself, but also just be a little bit sensible. And just making sure that you have fueled yourself well prior to that. And you know, I don't think you can really go wrong. Maybe stick to plans that, you know, include fitness or include health, because if you say book like a yoga class and you're doing that with your friends and that's how you're socializing, the last thing you then want to go do is shove a takeaway down your throat. Like, you just had a really nice, wholesome morning, so, you know, treat yourself even better and go fuel yourself with a, I don't know, just something a lot healthier. Like, there's plenty of good, yummy foods that you can eat that are a lot better for you. So yeah, maybe just making plans that include fitness and include health with your friends would be a good one as well. I don't know if that's helpful at all, but I'm probably not the best for weekend habits, because, you know, I can be just as bad sometimes. I try to stay, you know, fairly on track, especially, you know, like I've said, breakfast and dinner. I keep that as normal as possible, but we do like to go out on a Saturday night, me and Aidan, for food, or, you know, a Sunday for food. It's like our time to spend time with each other. So yeah, I would try the things that I've previously said already. Okay, number 11. So we're almost through. Do you own the gym brand? I always see you post about one. Yes, I co-own a little gym brand with another best friend of mine, Jess. I've known Jess maybe 3 years. Yeah, I know. It's a funny story, and it will forever be a funny story. It's not a story for YouTube, but I met Jess off the back of being with Aidan. Very, very, very quickly bonded, like very quickly bonded. And yeah, we just spoke about going into business together, and lo and behold, it happened. So I have the fitness audience behind me. She has the business side behind her in terms of like the fashion side. So it does work well. We do just need to put a lot more time into it. But yeah, I do love our little brand. It just does take up a lot of time and effort. If you are wondering what brand it is DF Active on Instagram. I think I might have, yeah, oh, you can't see. I've actually got a little tank on and some shorts that is DF Active on currently. So yeah, that is my little brand. So yeah, our main focus is to just make really nice, flattering gym wear, but affordable for people, because it's so hard to find flattering, nice gym wear that's not breaking the bank. So yeah, that's one of our goals with that. Do you have any go-to meals that are high in protein? I wouldn't say I have any go-to that's like my favourite, but just, you know, I'm one for just making sure that you've got your balance on your plate. So just making sure that you've got your protein source. So that's your meats, your fishes, things like that are going to be the main substance of your plate. And then obviously having the balance with, you know, your healthy carbs and with your vegetables. Like, you don't want your plate too beige with no colour on it. So yeah, that's me. So like when I've had a curry, for example, I've had chicken, had rice, but then where are you getting your veg in that? Where are you getting your veg in the curry? So we've thrown like things like spinach in the curry, broccoli, you know, things like that just bulk it up, but also give you a little bit of colour as well. So I'd just say making sure that your main substance is from your meat, or, you know, your other protein sources if you are veggie, things like tofu, chickpeas, lentils, things like that, all are very, very good in protein. But yeah, it's just about looking at your plate and balancing it all out, and that's kind of how I would do it. I don't think for me I have anything specific where I'm like, yeah, that's my go-to high protein meal, because I'm really not fussy with food, but I just get very bored of food. So I'm not one of these people that can have the same dinner every single day or the same breakfast every single day. I've tried and I do all right with it for a little while, but then, yeah, boredom kicks in. Hello, Roo. Joined us. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Might not be, but that is mainly how I do it. Last couple, how are you feeling about High Rocks coming up? Honestly, I'm feeling nervous but excited. Like, I know we've trained hard, I know we've trained well. No, I've never ever trained the way that I'm training at the moment. Like, I've never put the time and effort into my training like I am currently. I'm also really, really trying my hardest to get my nutrition on point, because I know that's where I need to make improvements, and also where it's going to benefit me for High Rocks itself. But yeah, in terms of how I'm feeling, I am feeling nervous. I am excited, but I'm also at the point where I just want to get it done. Like, this build up and this tension that I'm experiencing at the moment is, I just want it done, and I'm very excited to go back to just a normal training plan. I think one thing that High Rocks has allowed me to do is get back on track with my training in terms of getting some sort of routine, but I'm very ready for I will keep a High Rocks style session in the week though, 100%. Just one, because I have enjoyed it, but it's a lot. It is a lot. Overall excited, just with the slight bit of nerves, and I know I'll be nervous at the beginning and run up to the day, but yeah. And last one, what do you think you will struggle the most with in High Rocks? I'm gonna say maybe the sled push. I have just got the knack of the technique recently, so I am definitely finding it a lot easier and a lot better. But that thing blows your legs up, and to then run after it, I think that's what's going to kill me off the most. Yeah. been fine with like the lunges, been fine with the farmer's carries, fine with the rower and the ski. I think it's going to be the sled push that's going to be my arch nemesis on the day. So yeah, that is me. That is the question and answers for this week's vlog. I hope this has been entertaining for you. I hope it's answered the questions that you had. I'd love to do more of these actually, so I'm going to make this a regular thing here and there. But yeah, I am so grateful for you all watching as per usual, and I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. But yeah, I will be back very, very soon for you guys. Bye.